welcome to July's Celtic Tune of the Month. So this month we have a strathspey called I Wish You Would Marry Me Now. It also has a bunch of other names, and it also has a couple of different variations. So this month I'm actually going to show you two different variations of this tune. So two different A parts and two different B parts. So I hope you enjoy. So here's the first A, and so you're going to start with that second finger on E, the thumb goes up to A, and we're going to start. And then you're going to, second finger jumps up to A and the thumb goes up to C. And then we're going to jump C to E. So basically what we're outlining here is an inverted A minor chord. So. And then after we play that, thumb's going to drop down to D, second finger goes to C. You can cross that thumb over to B and then drop these two fingers down. Put them right back. And now you put them back again and you have a triplet. Okay, so all that again. Okay, and continuing on, so we just done, so I'm going to drop my fourth finger down onto that E and thumb up to A. We're going to outline that A minor chord again. Okay, so we've just done, after that triplet, fourth finger goes down to E, thumb goes to A. Thumb's going to drop down to D, but this time we're going to drop that second finger onto B. Thumb goes all the way up to G, and then the second finger goes back to B, and then two A's. So that's the entirety of one of the A's. So let's play it all together. Ready, and... it's played twice, so let's play it again. Ready, and... Now here you can, alternative fingering, you can use 2 and 3 instead of 1 and 2. So the fingers that I'm suggesting are merely that, they're suggestions. If something else works better for you, please go ahead and do it. Alright, let's play it all together. Two times. Ready, and... Here is the second possibility of an A part. As I said before, this part has many different variations, and I chose two of them. So this one starts with A, thumb on A, and goes down to E. And now what you're going to do here, it's called a treble, which is 3 notes in a row. They look like, on the printed page, they look like a triplet of eighth notes, but they're not played like a triplet. So they're not played evenly. It's actually hard to do it slow, so let me speed it up so you can hear what it... One more time. If you can't do the triplet, and I'll have a complete video on how to do, it's called a treble. My $5 a month patrons will get this for free, or I'll have it for sale up on my website on how to do the trebles. So anyway, so if you can't do the treble, just do a quarter note. So it would be, okay, so it would be A, E, E, C, and then this is just like the other A where we go to C and E. And this is exactly the same as the other A. So the only difference is instead of starting the other A, this is this one. Or, and then the rest is the same. Okay, so that's the only difference in this other A, and you can play one or the other, or vary them back and forth. And here's the B part, one of the different B parts of the two different B parts. And so this time we're going to start up with that thumb on that high A. We're going to go to G and then E. Thumb goes back to A. So actually you're going to play this sequence twice, A, G, E. It's just the rhythm is a little bit different on each one. So, and now we're going to go to A again and down to E. So that first measure is, and then you're going to drop the thumb down onto G, and we're going to go to A and D, to A, I'm sorry, E, and B and G, B, D and B. Okay, so let's do that again, starting from the G, G, E, D. And then thumb goes to E, drop down to B and G. So this B part is a little tricky, but once you get it, it's actually kind of fun to play. So let's start from the beginning again and do those two measures together, starting on A, G, and E. Now we're dropping down to G. Time with those two measures, starting on A, G, E, to G, okay, continuing on, we're going to start again with the A, G, and E, so that part is repeated, okay. So let's play it from the beginning of the B part up until there, starting with the A. Back up to A. And now, to end the first half of the B part, we're going to start on G, E, and D. Back to E. Drop down to B and A. So that ending is G, E, D, E, B, A, A. Okay. So together the first half of the B part, starting on A, ready, and now we're going to move on to the second half of the B part. It starts exactly the same as the first half. The first two measures are exactly the same. So we start on that A, G, E again. And now here where the ending is completely different. So we're going to be using two fingers for a little bit here, starting with the thumb on C, second finger on A. We're going to move up to D. Now here we're not going to go to that F, we're going to go all the way up to A and then down to E. And then this is the same as the ending of the first half of the B, was starting on G. So beginning on the second half of the B part, we're going to start again with the A, G, E. That's the whole B. It's not repeated as the A part is, because this is a total of 8 measures. So let's do the entire B together. 1, 2, ready, play. alternate B. And it does have this sharp up here, the high F. You need to sharp that. And so what's going to happen is we're going to have an octave stretch here going from A to A, and then we're going to go A to B. So, one more time. And then we're going to go, that third finger goes to E, and then we have that F sharp G, and now we're going to go down to E, D, back to G, and now we're dropping down to B, G, D, B. Okay, so just that much together, starting with that octave A, dropping down to E, D to G, down to B. One more time and then we'll move on. So octave A, out of tune. This weather, 2 days ago it was 118, yesterday it was 108, and today it is 104, so the harp's not liking it very much. Alright, so we'll do it one more time and move on. Ready, and... Okay, and now we're going to start all over again with that octave stretch. Start on E again, E, F sharp G, and now we're going to go to G, E, D, and then fourth finger down to B, and now we have another treble on the A. Okay, that's not quite the end, there's one more beat left, but we'll stop right there. So this beginning on this, the second time we do that octave A, down to E. Actually, what I would do is cross that thumb over to the D, because then it makes my fourth finger free to do that treble. And then, okay, so the next two notes are eighth notes, and they're a pickup into the next part. So, or if you can't do the treble, just do a quarter note A. So from the second octave A, that's how you'd play that if you don't do the treble. Okay, so let's play from the beginning of that B part up until that point. Ready, and... And now we're going to start here, and we're going to do eighth notes to A to B, and then we're going to drop that fourth finger down onto A because we're going to do that octave A again. This is the same as the first part. And now the ending is almost the same as the ending of the other B part. So we're going to start with C and A. Again, we're going to jump up to A, but we're not going to go down to E, we're going to go down to that F sharp. Okay, so it's... And now to end it, we're going to go G, E, back to G, and then down to B. And either a quarter note A here, two quarter notes, or treble. Okay. So let's play the entire B from the beginning together. Ready, and... are the chords. We'll start with the A section. Now, doesn't matter really which A part you want to play, the chords are going to be the same. So I'm going to start with A minor, G major. Here you can either stay on G major or go down to E minor, back to A minor, G major, and back to A minor. Okay, and then that would repeat when you repeat the A part. So that's it for the A part. For the B part, okay, so for the it's mostly the same. You can either go back and forth between A minor and G, or if you want to do this, you can. We start with A minor, G major, F major, E minor, or if you want, you can put G major in there. I like the E minor. Back to A minor, back to A minor, G. Now here we're going to walk down A minor, G, F, E minor. Now if you're doing the part that has that F sharp, I would just not put a chord there. And then moving on, G. You can either stay on G or go to E minor here.